Here's the truth about Facebook's Andromeda update. Should you switch or stick with what's working? Everybody's talking about Meta's new Andromeda update, and for good reason. It's changing how ads are delivered, how the algorithm learns, and honestly, how we as advertisers have to think. If your Meta ads were doing fine last month, but suddenly your ROAS tanked, or your lead quality totally dropped, your CPM spiked, or your best creatives just stopped spending, don't panic. It's probably not your offer, it's the algorithm shift. So in this video, I want to break down what Andromeda actually is, why it's affecting some accounts more than others, and whether you should switch to it or not. All right, let's get into it. So what changed with Andromeda? For the last few years, Meta's ad system worked on what we call the audience-based model. You choose interests, lookalikes, or uploaded data, and Meta showed your ads to people inside those audiences. That was the sandbox. Now with Andromeda, that entire logic flips. It's not about who you target anymore, it's about what you show them. Meta isn't just saying, here's your audience, it's saying, out of millions of possible ads, which one should this specific person see right now at this given moment? That's what Meta calls its personalized ad retrieval model. And it's powered by a new deep neural network that matches creatives to individuals instead of ads to groups or pockets of audiences. It's a huge jump forward in how the algorithm thinks, but also a big adjustment for how we need to structure campaigns. Here's why some advertisers got wrecked. Meta designed Andromeda to solve two big problems. The first, too many ad candidates. There are millions of ads fighting for the same people, and Meta needed a faster way to decide who wins that impression. And two, timing. There's only a split second where the right ad can be shown to the right person before the opportunity disappears. So Andromeda uses AI to handle that micro decision in real time. It's smart, but it also means control is shifting away from advertisers. And that's why some people's results fell off the cliff. They're still running accounts like it's 2021. Dozens of tiny ABO campaigns, strict budgets, forcing spend on specific ads. That worked before, and it might still work. Maybe your account hasn't been hit by Andromeda. Not all of my ad accounts have fully been hit, but you're just fighting the algorithm. So when Andromeda hit their accounts, they got crushed. ROAS dropped, CPM spiked, ads got stuck in learning. Because Meta's new system was saying, hey, let me choose, and they were saying, nah. Here's what most people don't know. If you've been running Advantage Plus campaigns, you've actually been using Andromeda already without realizing it. Meta has been testing this logic inside Advantage Plus shopping and Advantage Plus audiences for many months, even many years, since I think 2022 or 2023. So if you've been using those, your transition has probably been pretty smooth. But if you were all manual, strict ABOs, limited targeting, lots of segmented tests, you probably felt the pain immediately. But here's the thing, Andromeda hasn't rolled out perfectly to every ad account yet. Some accounts are fully switched over, others are half-baked, and others haven't felt the impact at all. So depending on your offer, your spend level, and how seasoned your pixel is, your experience can vary a lot. I know it has for mine. That's why I've been testing both setups head-to-head over the last couple months. Andromeda versus traditional testing, and here's what I'm seeing. Here's the truth, Andromeda doesn't always outperform the old methods. I've tested it across 7 different accounts and offers over the last few months. 2 of them, both with seasoned pixels and hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad spend data, saw Andromeda outperform traditional testing, which was very cool to see because they were struggling with the traditional testing the last few months. The other 5, my traditional proven methods still has outperformed Andromeda. And when I tried Andromeda on a brand new pixel for a brand new ad account, it was a disaster. Lead costs jumped from like 30 to 70 bucks almost overnight. I switched back to my standard setup and it went right back down. So moral of the story, don't assume Andromeda is the future for every advertiser right now. It's powerful, yeah, but it's not plug and play magic. If your account doesn't have depth of data yet, Andromeda might actually hurt you. So what's the right approach? Instead of going all in or all out, think hybrid. Here's the simple way I approach it. 1, keep what's working. Keep scaling whatever campaigns you're doing that's working. If your traditional campaigns are still profitable, don't touch them. Keep scaling them. Keep testing the way you test. 2, experiment with Andromeda separately. Set up one campaign using Broad Advantage Plus targeting. Inside it, load multiple angles, 10 to 20, maybe even 30 creatives with different messaging, creative diversity, different levels of awareness, and different formats. Basically, you're letting the creative and copy control the targeting. That's what Meta wants with Andromeda, not more interests, but more variety. The new testing logic. If you've been around this channel, you know I love structure. So here's how we're structuring our tests in Andromeda environments. One main prospecting ABO campaign. Launch creatives in weekly broad packs. So for example, broad pack 1, November 10th. Next week, broad pack 2, November 17th. So on and so on. Each pack has 3 to 5 creatives that cover different angles, pain, outcome, social proof, mechanism, and pattern interrupt. That gives Meta consistent creative volume without making your account chaotic. Remember, the white paper literally said more creative volume is necessary. That's how you give Meta options without losing control. Think about angles and packaging all of these 10, 20, 30 different angles into one ABO ad set. When to graduate winners. Okay, but here's when to graduate winners. When an ad performs, low CPA, solid conversion quality, stable spend, graduate it. 2 places to graduate. Your scale campaign, where you double down on winners, and a light interest-based ad set, where you give Andromeda a new pocket of people to test. This combination, broad plus interest, keeps your reach expanding without burning out. But don't rush this. If your pixel isn't seasoned yet, or you're not spending enough daily to exit learning, stay patient. Here's not what to do right now. Here's what I see crushing ad accounts under Andromeda. People are running 20 different campaigns with $5 budgets, using ABO when CBO gives Meta more flexibility. No, that one's false. We're going to stick with ABO. Scaling ad spend but not creative volume. Pausing and relaunching too often, which resets all learning. Your new goal is stability and variety. Let Meta test. Feed it creative diversity. Stop trying to micromanage every single click. Here's why lead quality tanks when you scale. If you've ever doubled your spend and watched your lead quality drop, you're not alone. That happens because you scaled your budget but not your creative volume. If Meta keeps showing the same 3 ads to a bigger audience, it eventually runs out of perfect matches and starts reaching lower intent users. So the fix is simple. When you scale your budget, scale your creative volume too. Every scale phase should come with a new broad pack. That's how you grow without wrecking quality. So, should you transition Andromeda right now? Here's my honest take. If you have a seasoned pixel and a broad offer, test Andromeda. Let the system do its thing and see how it performs. But if you're running a brand new ad account, a niche offer, or you rely heavily on precise targeting, stick to your traditional testing setup for now. And then once you start getting momentum and excess budget that you have to spend on other things, test it out. You can run both side by side, compare results, and transition gradually if you start outperforming. The worst thing you could do is blindly switch everything because Meta said so. Always test, always verify. Your offer, your data, and your audience might respond differently than someone else's, right? So here's kind of my final thoughts. Meta's AI is finally doing what media buyers have been trying to do manually for years. Find the right person for the right ad at the right time. Our job is to understand how to feed it the right signals without losing control of what's working. So don't panic, don't chase shiny updates, test both, and build systems that adapt instead of react. And by the way, I put together 7 Meta ad scaling hacks we're using right now to protect lead quality even as spend goes up. These are the exact tweaks we apply in accounts hit by Andromeda to stabilize results. If you want a copy, comment playbook down below and we'll send it over right to you. And if you've got value from this video, always hit subscribe, follow, hit that bell notification because next week I'm breaking down how to build creative pipelines that keep Andromeda happy and your lead costs low. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.